Everybody know my strength. Everybody know his strength also. I can do very well to manage my distance and go to the second round. But even a different way. If I want, I can go also really fast at the very first round and maybe to go on the deep water with Thomas Aspinall, you see.
So you're ready to take him to deep water for the first time in his career?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, Tom, yeah, go stand next to him. Go stand next to him.
Doppelganger. Where's the tattoo? One second.
I saw every people in social media. Whoa! Ah, 10,000 IQ is so smart. But no, brother, you're so stupid. So yeah, that's funny. That's really funny.
Did he actually use the word deep waters?
He did.
Everybody who said the word deep waters gets knocked out in the first minute. Go back and check the media that you've done. So, I'm pretty happy with that. That's good.
Ciryl Gane is ready to shake the heavyweight world and put Tom Aspinall's legacy on the line at UFC 321. Speaking about the fight, Ciryl Gane expressed his excitement, saying he can't wait for fight night. While the usual pressure is present, he's not letting it get to him. Gane plans to enter the octagon smoothly, feeling comfortable and fully focused, with a clear mindset on claiming victory.
I think it's not about who have the biggest pressure on his head, on the shoulder. I think it's more how, because I got the pressure also.
Yeah.
Like, I got the pressure also. This is a fight, and for me, and
Who handle more the pressure? C'est about who handle more the pressure. C'est quelque chose.
ça veut dire quoi?
C'est qui gère plus la pression.
Yeah, and I don't know. I can tell for myself. And today, I'm really comfortable and really happy, excited. I can't wait for this fight. My mindset is on point, physically also.
Noticing how Tom Aspinall's fights are often quick, Ciryl Gane affirmed that he has the speed and endurance to match him, and he's prepared to take this fight into a full 5 rounds if needed. With a determination to show his grit and power, Gane confidently called himself the real dog of the division. He asserted that whatever Aspinall brings to the octagon, he is ready to respond accordingly and dominate when the opportunity arises.
I can do both. Like, I can fighting like a dog at the very first round, but I can do also 5 rounds. Like, so I'm not gonna explain my tactic, my game plan, but I can do both. And whatever gonna happen, I'm gonna be present. I'm ready for that. And like you say, he's a well-rounded fighter, but me too.
Heading into fight night with a determination to prove his strength, Ciryl Gane promised to showcase his knockout power inside the octagon. Reflecting on his previous bout with Francis Ngannou, he noted that he now has more experience fighting powerful, big opponents, so facing Tom Aspinall won't be an issue. Gane emphasized that he is well equipped to handle heavy hitters and is ready to display his full power this time.
So I'm gonna say we have both heavyweight. We have a knockout power. So yeah, we will see. You see, I remember the sensation with Francis Ngannou. When I did this fight, I was surprised. Like, I did a real fight, like on the wrestling game with him, like the clinch, like, because he used a lot of power. I remember. That's why he was really tired at the very first round. After the first round, that's right, because we learned a lot of power, a lot of energy. So I know I can manage also some big guy. Yeah, so I got the experience of a lot of things.
Meanwhile, Tom Aspinall is fully focused on facing Ciryl Gane. In a recent interview, he emphasized that he does not underestimate Gane and respects the skills he brings, but he is ready to dominate as usual. For Aspinall, Gane is just another opponent and his sole focus is on this fight. He's not looking past anything else at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for me, to be honest. That's no problem. I respect Ciryl and I respect what he's done in the game, and I respect his team, and I think if you take the eye off the ball, that's not good. So I'm fully focused on Ciryl and nothing else, nothing past that, to be honest.
While both fighters have their emotions running high, other fighters have also shared their thoughts. Alexander Volkanovski, speaking on the fight, noted that Tom Aspinall has a strong team behind him, preparing him to perform at his best in the heavyweight octagon. He praised Aspinall's fighting skills, particularly his wrestling, calling it a serious strength. When analyzing Ciryl Gane, Volkanovski highlighted his sharp striking and high fight IQ, but he believes Aspinall's explosiveness could be too much for Gane to handle.
You know, he's got a great team behind him. You can see that he puts the work in. You know, he doesn't muck around. Even though he's champion now, you know, hasn't gone to his head, I guarantee you he's doing what he needs to do and improving himself. So as long as you're doing the preparation, yeah, it's best to have that experience in the actual octagon, because you are going 100%. In sparring, you can't, you know, and he's a very explosive guy. Is he going to feel it that little bit more? Yes, but he's got such good wrestling. If he starts to get a little bit tired, he can slow things down with his wrestling and that. I'm a big fan of Gane. I think he's got great striking, very good technical striker. You know, he's very good like that. Good fight IQ on the feet, but I just think Tom Aspinall's explosiveness and you know, it's just going to be a little bit too much. You know, I think he still needs to be a little bit careful coming in and just wanting to just...
On the other hand, Ciryl Gane has addressed the criticism circulating on social media about fans comparing him to Tom Aspinall, something he finds quite laughable. He fired back at those making such claims, saying that Tom engaging in these antics simply an act of stupidity. Gane also issued a warning about his reach and size advantage, noting that Aspinall won't be able to match him in those areas once they step inside the octagon.
I'm not sure if it's the truth. If he did that for that, he say he did that for that.
I still don't know the answer myself.
I don't think so, because he's not smart. If you want to have my range, if you want to learn something about my range, I must to put my hand, and you gotta have my range. If you put your hand on my shoulder, you're gonna have your range.
Yeah.
So I saw every people in the social media. Whoa. 10,000 IQ is so smart, but no, brother, you so stupid. So yeah, that's funny, that's very funny.
During the press conference, Ciryl Gane vowed to take Aspinall deep into waters, a statement that didn't sit well with the champion. Addressing Gane's remarks, Aspinall fired back, saying that everyone who's ever claimed they could take him into deep waters ends up getting knocked out in the first minute, and he believes Ciryl Gane will be no different.
Did he actually use the word deep waters?
He did.
Everybody who said the word deep waters gets knocked out in the first minute. Go back and check the media that you've done. So, I'm pretty happy with that. That's good.
With both fighters firing shots at each other, the excitement around this matchup keeps building, and analysts are weighing in with their takes. Alexander Volkanovski, breaking down the fight, asserted that while Ciryl Gane is a skilled striker, he often relies on mind games to engage his opponents. Something Volkanovski believes won't work against Tom Aspinall. According to him, Aspinall's explosiveness is on another level. Instead of playing games, he simply storms forward, overwhelms his opponents, and imposes his will. As Volkanovski put it, no one can control Tom Aspinall once he gets going.
Sort of just breaking the rhythm to set up other things afterwards, or, you know, just constantly playing them little games. Even though he can be such a superior striker than some of these guys, he still does it. Now, how does that work against Tom Aspinall? You doing this like sort of a half-committed shots and pitter-patter. Does Tom Aspinall just blast through him? He's one of the most explosive guys. Like, he's the fastest heavyweight I've ever seen. No one moves like him. He literally just blasts straight in, and I don't think anyone can stop it. You can maybe catch him coming in. If you don't, you're getting bulldozed. That's literally how it is. Tom Aspinall's that good. He's that explosive.
Furthermore, Alexander Volkanovski pointed out that Tom Aspinall isn't just explosive, he's also an excellent wrestler. He expressed concern about whether Ciryl Gane can effectively counter that. Volkanovski noted that Tom doesn't rush in blindly. He studies his opponent, breaks their rhythm, and then explodes with precision. In his eyes, that creates serious problems for Gane, who will have to constantly worry about the takedown threat. Volkanovski even suggested that Aspinall could do to Gane what John Jones did: grab him, control him, and force a submission.
And he's clever enough. He doesn't just straight away blitz in. He does try and give you a good, and then sort of catch you, break the rhythm of when he goes in that sort of footwork, and he does a sort of bounce around and then just goes. So you can sort of break that rhythm. Gane is good enough to maybe try and get a read on that, but is he too safe to just try and counter? And we know Tom Aspinall's a great wrestler. Does he just, when he blasts, could he be blasting the big double leg? Could he be blasting strikes? Gane's going to be worried about the takedown as well. So can he just look for a counter when he thinks he's just going to get bulldozed like he did with John Jones? John Jones grab a hold of him, get him down and submit him. Because Tom Aspinall could definitely do that. Does that freeze him enough to make it that little bit more safe for Tom Aspinall to just blitz straight in and just put it on him straight away? Even with punches, we'll take it.
Michael Venom Page, also known as MVP, also shared his thoughts on the matchup. He admitted to being a fan of Ciryl Gane, but expressed genuine admiration for Tom Aspinall. In his view, Tom represents the next generation of heavyweight fighters, a future dominant force in the division, much like John Jones. While he acknowledged Gane's bounce, movement, and technical flair, Page suggested that with a more polished version of his game, Gane could very well secure a knockout this time around.
Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane. I'm sorry, for me, I'm a fan of Ciryl Gane as well. I just feel like Tom Aspinall is the next generation of the same thing we saw the likes of John Jones doing in terms of the dominant fashion that he took over his division. I feel like the same thing is going to happen with Tom Aspinall. That style at heavyweight is unseen. Ciryl Gane has a little bit of a bounce to him as well. I just don't think he's got the same snap and power that Tom Aspinall has, as well as the ground game as well. Although you probably won't see it in this fight, I feel like he could get a knockout in this fight.
MMA Guru, alongside Sean O'Malley, also shared their predictions for the fight. Guru admitted it's a tricky matchup, noting that Ciryl Gane will likely try to slow things down and make it a bit messy. But in the end, he believes Tom Aspinall will take over. He highlighted Tom's rare ability to explode out of nowhere and completely overwhelm his opponents. Sean O'Malley echoed that sentiment, confidently predicting that Tom Aspinall will come out on top.
Is he gonna run through Ciryl?
I think he knocks him out.
It's tricky. It's tricky. I think Cyryl's going to make it look a bit ugly, but then Tom will just like clip him with something that Tom's just got this different thing in him. He's very technical for a heavyweight, very fast, very good, but it's just like a natural suddenness to everything he lands on people to where they just topple over, man. Average fight time of like 1.5 minutes, I'm pretty sure.
I think he's going to go out there and starch him. I think he's got a lot of like, I want to show that I'm worth this, you know what I mean? Because there's that John Jones shadow that just kind of I feel kind of took a little off of Tom, where he goes out there, he starches these guys, people are going to be on.
I think I know who's going to win. Want me to tell you?
Go for it.
Michael, who do you think is going to win?
Oh, Tom, dude.
Yeah, we got
Tom. He says Tom.
Well, Sean O'Malley remained firm in his belief that Tom Aspinall will get the job done and might even move past Barrera next. MMA Guru provided a more cautious take. He predicted that the fight could look a bit awkward in the early rounds as both men try to find their rhythm. Guru emphasized that Ciryl Gane isn't just any other opponent for Aspinall, pointing out Gane's constant movement, sharp footwork, and ability to keep striking from different angles.
You're like Elon Musk.
I could see that.
But I do think Tom's gonna go out there and do what he needs to do, and then that just kind of, does Pajeda move up? Does John Jones come back? The heavyweight division, it's not deep, but it's interesting at the top. Like we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I do think Tom's gonna get that one done.
Yeah, I got Tom as well, but I think it's going to be like a weird looking fight that we might get into like the late first round or the early second round. Because Gane's moving. He moves.
He does.
Shifty.
He is pretty shifty.
Moves about, little flickiness, tappy. He's not like Curtis Blades, who's a bit of a plod.
Curtis
Same
is good.
with Sergey Spivak, they sort of plod in. Pavlovich kind of plods forward as well.
Then came the view of Dan Hardy, who offered a more analytical breakdown of the matchup. Dan Hardy went on to assert that Tom Aspinall holds the upper hand in grappling and wrestling, predicting that Tom could very well stop Ciryl Gane before the clock runs out. He also clarified that this matchup won't mirror what happened with John Jones, unlike many who believe it will end the same way. According to Hardy, Tom is operating on a different level right now, bringing a new kind of energy and intensity to the heavyweight division.
The advantages that Ciryl has against most heavyweights, he doesn't have against Tom. And Tom's also got the punching power and the ground game to beat him. I think Tom's going to clean his clock. I think it's going to be one-sided. The only thing I will say about it, bless Ciryl, is I don't think it's going to be as one-sided as Ciryl versus John Jones. So what I'm expecting after this is, you didn't beat him as fast as John did. And I don't know whether that's playing on the back of...
He didn't stop there. Hardy went on to make a bold prediction. He believes Tom Aspinall won't just win, he will do it in dominant fashion, finishing Ciryl Gane in just 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Dan further noted that Tom could even knock Ciryl out within the first minute if the fight doesn't stretch into the second round. He compared the situation to Islam Makhachev versus Poirier, where one fighter's composure and timing made all the difference. Hardy firmly leaned in Tom's favor, confident that Aspinall's explosiveness and precision could bring an early end to the contest.
Tom's mind is like, how long does he have to beat him? Like, we should have a timer on the 2 minutes 4 seconds.
Wow, you foresaw the shit talk even? I didn't even think about that.
That's the way I'd be going with it. I'd be like, yeah, but you know, it took me less than a round. Like if Tom beats him in the second round, like John Jones,
kind of like the Habib versus Islam versus Poirier situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, this guy improved too.
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly.
There's nobody talk about that.
But I also do think that Tom could beat John Jones's finish of Ciryl. I think Tom could knock him out in a minute.
At the same time, Brendan Schwab pointed out that all the pressure is on Tom Aspinall. He asserted that it's not just about winning, Tom needs to win impressive. Schwab emphasized that Aspinall has to deliver a statement performance, one even more dominant than John Jones' victory over Gane. Despite acknowledging the holes in Ciryl Gane's game, Schwab described him as a monster in the cage. He warned that if Tom only manages to win by decision, it would be seen as a disappointment. A disaster even, given the expectations surrounding him.
With Tom versus Ciryl Gane, there's so much pressure on Tom. And this is why. Because not only does Tom have to fight this monster, right? Ciryl Gane's a monster, so athletic. Obviously, he has a lot of holes in his game, but on the feet, the dude can strike. Not only do you have to beat the #1 contender, but you have to do it more impressively than John Jones did. That's the pressure Tom Aspinall is against. Winning, if you win by decision, it's disaster. If it gets dragged out into the 3rd, 4th round, disaster. Tom Aspinall's challenge this weekend.
So here we are. Both men are locked in. The tension is rising and UFC 321 is shaping up to be one for the history books. Will Ciryl Gane prove his power and silence the doubters? Or will Tom Aspinall's explosiveness cement him as the undisputed future of the heavyweight division? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Who are you backing in this showdown? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxism for more fight breakdowns, predictions, and all the latest from the world of combat sports.